Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I freaking can't believe it's the end of July already, and I'm going to be doing my monthly low buy check-in. So I do these videos at the end of each month. 2022 is my very first low buy year, and I want to let you know the items that I actually purchased that month. I also want to let you know, to be fair, the items that I received in PR that month, because I don't want it to seem like I'm bringing nothing into my collection when I do have some new things coming into my collection. Also, the items that I wanted to buy but didn't, old products that I've been loving, if I've gotten rid of any items, and then at the end, I just like to talk about other things that are bringing me joy. These usually aren't makeup related as much joy as makeup brings me. These are usually just things in my life that are bringing me joy in general. Do you hear that? Yeah, that's just like Piper doing cat things and just taking it and hitting it off the counter. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Linda and I'm a cruelty-free beauty YouTuber, and I always want to help you decide whether or not makeup, skincare, hair care products are worth your money, whether they're drugstore priced or luxury high-end. I just want you to spend your money wisely. Also, as I mentioned, this is my first low buy year, so I'm trying to really rein in my spending and rein in my hoarding tendencies, if you will, and only buy stuff that really brings me joy or is unique to my collection. So as you're watching this, if you're interested in that, I would love if you would subscribe and become a part of the Rockstar fam. But let's get into this video with starting to talk about things that I did buy this month. Okay, look, if we're gonna be loud, then we're gonna say hello. Everybody say hi to Piper. Ooh, Piper is so big. Piper is kitten still. Piper did not feel well yesterday and pretty much gave me a freaking heart attack. No, you cannot be up here. So he's feeling much better now. But okay, the stuff that I did purchase this month. Where is my stuff? The very first thing, which is also the most recent video I put out, is the Mikayla and Glamlite Pat 2 palette. I used it again today to try out the purples. I'm blown away by this palette. I've used this like 3 times at this point, and I am so freaking in love with it. I haven't used any shades that have given me any issues. They blend out so beautifully. I've said this before, I am not a makeup artist at all. I mean, I know that's obvious, but I'm not a makeup artist. I just really love makeup. So when a product just works for me and it just blends itself out, I am so much more appreciative, and this is one of those products that does that absolutely. So today I used everything on this purple row except for Baddie, but I used everything else, and I freaking love it. I love the way this looks. I love how it blended. Also, very proud of myself. I did use the black again, and I am scared of black eyeshadow. I don't know why. I'm not scared of, black clothing or a black lipstick or anything like that. What's going on? I feel like having kittens is just constantly shouting, "What's going on? What are you doing? Stop that." Really, I know in the past that I have said, and I mean it, that I don't usually like big, huge palettes anymore, and this one has 30 shades, but this one really struck me when I saw the color story. And on top of that, Mikayla is donating 50% of her proceeds to abortion rights and, different organizations that help to have access to safe and healthy abortions for women, and I am so appreciative of that, and that is a place I wanted my money to go towards. So I'm really loving it, and being that, again, that I'm not buying a whole lot this year, I am so happy I bought this. The next 3 things I got, I guess I could kind of call it a, TikTok made me buy it, but it wasn't these specific products, it was just products in this line. So I have been trying really hard to find different ways to bring out the more natural curl in my hair. My hair is normally pinned straight, but I've noticed that as I have a layered cut, I do have some more movement to it and some more curl. So I've been wanting to try different things, and all over TikTok I saw the bowl method. So if you don't know, after you shampoo and condition your hair, you're supposed to put on some leave-in conditioner and some curl cream. Then you take an actual bowl of water, you dunk your hair in it, and then you just scrunch all the liquid out. So when you scrunch it, you're essentially putting all of that delicious product kind of back into this bowl, and you dunk your hair 4 times total, and you keep doing that. And that is supposed to help keep the moisture in your hair and really bring out curls. And I tried it for the first time today, and while I think it still looks a little crunchy and I need to work with it, this is the first time I've tried it, I'm pretty happy. So these are the products that I used today. For my leave-in conditioner, I use the Nature Lab Tokyo Perfect Texture leave-in conditioner. I really like it. It smelled really good. It felt nice and light, like it didn't feel too heavy. So this is something that I did purchase. I purchased all these hair care products, okay? The other thing I used for the first time was the Verb Curl Cream. I've had really good luck with Verb hair products. So when I saw this one, it was kind of like a no-brainer for me. Really like it as well. I think it really did a nice job at like bringing out some natural texture. Like I didn't use a curling iron or anything on my hair. And when I tell you that my hair is normally like just completely straight when I let it air dry, I mean completely straight. So I don't know. I'm happy that I've had this kind of texture. So I did that. And then once I did all that and I scrunched all the water out, I put in mousse. I haven't used mousse since genuinely, I don't think the 90s. So I used this Marc Anthony Strictly Curls Curl Enhancing Styling Foam. So it says extra hold, and I don't think it feels crunchy or anything like that. I do think that I probably need to, again, to break this up a bit. And I know a lot of curly haired women, they use this and then they plop their hair into a t-shirt and let that dry for a little bit. And then they use a little bit of gel. I did not use gel. Okay. I just used these three, but I'm really happy with it. Like, again, it needs work, but like for my first time trying it, I'm pretty happy with kind of the texture that it's given me. Pretty impressive. It took a long time to do. I'm not going to lie. It was kind of intensive, but these three products, all pretty happy with them. This is only the first time I've used them today, but I'm really happy with them. I did use Ulta points to buy them, but I still consider that to be something I bought this month, okay? And the only other thing I bought was rhinestones. I got a bug up my butt to buy some rhinestones to do makeup with. So I don't know if you can tell, but I have them all along my eyebrow today. But I bought 2 sets from Amazon. This one I'm going to have to hold up because if you saw my Mikayla video, you saw that this container sucks. So this is just multicolored rhinestones. The container does stink. Again, it just popped open and it will not stay closed. This container also came with it, and this is just silver and holographic rhinestones. And then I also got this other kit from a company called Get Stoned, and this is all holographic rhinestones. Really, really pretty. The ones from Amazon are just as good as the ones from Get Stoned, I think. So the ones from Get Stoned are the ones that were actually used on Euphoria, the TV show. And, you know, they're very good quality. The ones from Amazon are also really good quality. I'm going to link them all down below, but definitely take a look. These were so much fun to play with, and I've just been loving, like, adding them here and there. And just, I don't know, it's kind of inspired me to just have fun with makeup again. All right, now I want to talk about the stuff I received in PR. And I'm going to say that I have been on YouTube going close on 10 years now. Next year will be 10 years that I've been on YouTube. I don't get much PR. But this month, for some reason, I got more PR than probably, I don't know if I would say I've more PR than I've ever gotten, but more PR than I've ever gotten in a month, for sure. The amount that I got is usually what I might get in 6 months. I don't know what happened. I am insanely grateful for it. Like, I can't even tell you how grateful I am anytime I receive PR, but as always, there are timestamps down below, by the way, if you would like to skip over the PR section, but I do want to show you, and I'll try to kind of move quickly. First, I want to talk about the stuff that was sent to me by Kokie Cosmetics. Now, I really do like Kokie, but I had never tried their skincare. So they sent me some pieces to try out. I'll be honest, I have not used them all yet. Let's start about with the stuff that I have used. The soothing cleansing pads are very interesting. So one thing I think is cool is on the top here, you've got like a little pair of tweezers, and they've got these pads. So these are just supposed to be a gentle makeup remover. But what I have found, and I don't know if this is what they're supposed to be, but they almost have like a little bit of a soapiness to them. So I feel like they really clean the skin as well, but I absolutely, it's not like with a makeup wipe where you can take it off and you'd be done with it. I do have to rinse my face with water when I am finished using these. There is a little bit of an exfoliation to them. One side has exfoliating kind of like bumps and the other side doesn't, but these are really nice. They take off your makeup. I also used the Soothing Micellar Cleansing Wipes. I've used this for removing swatches off my arm or makeup on my hands. These feel really nice. The two that I haven't used yet are the Aqua Micellar Cleansing Water and Cleansing Foam. The foam, I am super curious about, actually both of them, because they both sound super hydrating to me. I don't know, they sound good, and they both say that they remove makeup, and they're very gentle. So I feel like a cleansing water and a cleansing foam sound more gentle to me. I don't know why. Is it just marketing that's getting me here? But either way, if you've tried these, let me know, but I'm excited to try these, so thank you to Kokie. The next thing I received, which I did do a video all about, is the Nomad Fetes de Provence palette. This has been interesting. Okay, so I have used this several times since I've gotten it, and I do think that this is one I'm going to dip back into for specific shades rather than creating a whole look from it, because I really do like certain vibes of this palette, but it is a more muted palette. So for me, I prefer something with a bit more brightness to it if I'm going to create a whole look of it. But if I'm using it to blend out other shades, like I've used this kind of pale yellow several times now. Like the imprint is kind of almost gone on it. And I've actually used this kind of lavender purple as well a few times. I feel like this is a great complement palette for me and my collection now that I've used it a bunch. I don't know that on its own I like it to create looks. Does that make sense? But I do love it for dipping in when I'm doing other looks. Another palette that I received, like I feel so strange even saying that sentence because it kind of blows me away that I receive anything. But I did post about this and several of the other things I'm going to be talking about on my TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, please go ahead. My TikTok is GlitterFallout, and you can see a lot more reviews there, a lot of kind of like smaller clips and reviews or looks. This is the Amunet palette from Adept Cosmetics, and I've used this a few times now. Now, I will say the color story is not my favorite for my collection. Other people are going to adore this. And the colors that I have used in here, like all the shimmers, I think Adept might make my favorite shimmers of like bright colors because the way that they do duochromes and multichromes is unlike anyone else. These are like almost wet feeling. They are beautiful. Like I can't believe every time I use them. Look at that. The shine on these is just so intense and beautiful. But this color story, again, it's not one that fully appeals to me, but I like the shades again individually. So I think what I'm going to do is depot this palette and put it in my larger singles palette because I do want to use these, but I think when I just see it like this, the color story doesn't do a whole lot for me. But with other palettes, like I'm going to use every single one of these shimmers like multiple times, and like even like this matte gray and this kind of beigey neutral tone, I'm going to use those, but I think maybe it's throwing me off seeing them next to each other with this purple that just is really not my vibe. But all the other it's confusing to me. It's confusing, but the quality is brilliant. It is Adept Cosmetics quality. If you've ever used them before, you know. If you know, you know. So everything else I'm going to talk about for the PR stuff is all stuff that like it has blown me away. It has blown me away, and I am somebody who, like, I have to give myself pep talks every once in a while because, like, I have severe imposter syndrome. If you have imposter syndrome, please comment down below. Let me know I'm not alone in this, whatever it might be, whether it's work or anything like that. And if you don't know, imposter syndrome is kind of this feeling that, like, I don't deserve these things that I'm getting. Everyone's going to know that I'm like a fraud or whatever it is. And I just get these vibes where I'm like, how am I getting good stuff? Like, how is good stuff coming to me? It should be going to somebody else. No, you know, I got to pump myself up once in a while and go, you know what? It's okay. I deserve this. And this was one of those kind of wake up call moments. I got an email from T3, the hair company that makes hair tools. And what's funny to me is that I got it literally the day that my curling iron broke, okay? And they let me pick out a hair tool, and so I picked out this one. This is their T3 curling iron. So what it is, it's a T3 Twirl Trio. So you get a base, and then you get three additional barrels of different sizes, and they just kind of click onto the base and click into place. It's so good. It's so good. I wanted to say, like, oh, you know what? This is an expensive curling iron, which it is. This set is $335, and I wanted to sit here and go, oh, it's not worth it. It's just as good as a $20 Conair. I've had a lot of $20 Conairs, and they don't do what this one does for me, if I'm being honest. This gives me smooth curls that aren't frizzy. It heats up fast. It just works. I mean, I don't know how to tell you, but it just works. And on top of that, like, I love that it has controls for how hot it can be. So it's very, it's just great with that. And it just feels good. It doesn't have to be on my hair very long, which I really appreciate. Like, to get a good curl, I have to leave it in for like 5 seconds. Whereas with the Conair, sometimes I'd be sitting there for like 15 seconds and I might get a nice little wave. It's really, really beautiful. I understand that this is a more expensive item, but I have to admit that I might be replacing some of my other hair tools with T3 from here on out. Like my straightening iron. It's okay, it's fine, but I think it's on its last legs, and I think when it goes, I might wait for a sale and then buy the straightening iron from T3 because it's just that good. So if you've tried other T3 products, let me know in the comments what your favorite one is. I really love the Twirl Trio. I'm so thankful I got it and threw it on the ground to tell you that. Next, let's talk about skincare. Sorry, I'm gonna move a little bit quicker, but I did receive from Drunk Elephant refills of some of my favorite products. So this is the Protini Polypeptide Cream. I have just run out of my other one of this because I literally used it every day. I'm trying a different cream of theirs right now. I'm trying the La La Retro one. I like it, but I like the Protini better. I love the Protini. Really fantastic if you have normal to dry skin. This is an everyday moisturizer for me, but they also sent a refill of the Protini Power Peptide Resurf Serum. This is one of the things I've talked about in past videos where I genuinely have seen a change in my skin. Between this and the TLC Framboos, which I kind of go back and forth on, they really have done a good job at changing the texture of my skin. I don't have a lot of texture, but I have enough where this has really, really helped. And it's helped kind of smooth things out and just make me feel better about my skin and make me feel more confident. So I'm so thankful I got more of these because literally I had just run out of this like 2 days prior to receiving this, and I was so happy to have it again. Then this is another one that kind of blew me away, and I'll admit I haven't tried this yet. When it comes to skincare, I like to finish a product before I introduce a new one into my regimen. So for example, if I'm using a vitamin C, a certain vitamin C every single day, I want to finish that before moving on to a different vitamin C so I can tell if there's a difference. So this company reached out to me. This is Bow Laboratory, and I had never heard of them, and I am so excited that they reached out to me because once I looked at their website, like they really get into skincare and like down to the finer points of it and what makes it good for your skin. And they sent me a bunch of stuff. Like I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm so excited. So this is the thing I'm most excited about. I won't talk about everything that's in here. Stay tuned possibly for a future video talking about this, but this is the Endymion's Luminous C. So this has 11 types of vitamin C. 15% has vitamin C and E, ceramides, squalane. I mean, it's just, from what I can tell, the ingredients look beautiful, and it just looks like a really good vitamin C. I have a vitamin C I'm finishing right now, but I'm almost finished with it. So I'm genuinely really curious about this. How do you open this? Oh, so it slides out like this. God, even the packaging is just so nice. And this one, you get 3 bottles of it. I can't wait to try this one. I can't wait to try the rest of this. There's a bunch of serums and elixirs and just, is it all serums and elixirs? Yeah, it's all serums and elixirs and oils. So I'm really excited. Then something else I talked about over on my TikTok is I got a really cool package from Kaleidos. So this is something that I have been wanting to try for a really long time, and they sent it over and I'm so excited. They sent over the Escape Pod palette. Look at these colors. I still need to try this. If you would like to see this in like a future Get Ready with me, let me know. But look how vibrant these are. It's basically neon, but I want to touch the metallics so freaking badly, but I'm trying to wait so that it can be a true first impression if I do use it on camera. I love it. And mixed in with these neutrals, and I like how deep this dark brown is. It's really, really beautiful. They also sent me another of their Blue Agave lip masks. I use this all the time, so I'm so happy to have a backup. And then the piece de resistance was this. Look how cool this is. I swear that Kaleidos does packaging better than anyone, so this might be a mess inside. Ugh. So this is a lipstick stand. So it has these little slots where you can put all of your Cloud lip clays in, and they also sent me all of the Cloud lip clays, which I already had most of them. So I have to admit, a few of these I might keep as a backup because, like, for example, the shade Bear, I use that all the time and I want to keep a backup of it, but I think I'm going to be doing a giveaway for all of the rest of the Kaleidos lip clay soon. So make sure that you are following me on Instagram. That's where I prefer to do my giveaways. Or I might talk about it here and you still would have to say something on Instagram. So just make sure, follow me here and follow me there. But I am going to be doing upcoming a giveaway of the Kaleidos lip clays. They're so amazing. But like this, I can't wait to display this. Like, we're in the process. We're going to be moving within the next couple months. So I'm paring a lot of stuff down and packing a lot of stuff away already. So I can't wait in my new place to find a place to display this because I don't have anywhere in this very small room. I want to display this. Look how cool that is. It's like so trippy. Two more things, and I swear I'm going to be quick with these. Urban Decay sent me 3 of the new Vice Bond liquid lipsticks. I'm going to tell you right now, it is August when you're seeing this. I can already tell you this is going to be on my favorites list for the year. So these are an interesting formula of liquid lipsticks. First of all, hear that? You have to shake them for 5 seconds before applying, which is very interesting. But once you apply, the finish is, they call it glossy. I don't know that I call it glossy so much as it has a sheen to it. It has maybe a satin finish, something like that. They're not matte like most liquid lipsticks is the point. And when I say that they last, I put one of these on at 8:30 a.m. and at 10 p.m. that same night, I had to take it off with makeup remover. I had eaten, I had drank, I did everything. I took a nap, okay? I took a nap in one of these and they lasted all day. That's 14 hours it lasted, and it still looked the same when I took it off as it did when I put it on. These are amazing, and I'm not gonna lie, like they sent me these 3. I will be buying probably like a bunch more shades. I really will. So they sent me Cuffed Up, which is a very light pink, probably too light for my skin tone, but the other 2, Pleased, is like a brownish, and then PDA is this rose color. Perfect. Perfect. And I've worn them both, PDA and Pleased, so many times already. It doesn't come off on a mask, by the way, in case you're wondering. So anyway, I love these. And finally, oh my gosh, we're at the end of this list. I got a new flavor of Liquid IV. So they sent me, and I know that this is not, by the way, this video is not sponsored. One of my other past videos was sponsored by them. This one is not. But this flavor, Yuzu Pineapple, it's also an energy, has energy like supplements in it. It's so good. Oh my God. So if you are somebody, I'm not a huge drinker. I might have like a drink once in a while, but if you are somebody who likes to drink, I would mix this into a drink. So it tastes very like tropical drink to me. And of course you don't need alcohol to have a tropical drink. Hey, look, I'm being tropical right now. But it really does make you feel like you're on the beach. Maybe it needs like a little umbrella or something like that. I really like this flavor. And I found that the energy, because I don't drink caffeine normally, but the energy in this is not like that same jittery feeling I used to get from caffeine. So I really love it. It's definitely like a bit tart, which I love. I love anything that's tart or sour. If you don't like sour, you might not like this flavor, but I do. So all my sour girls and guys, like, do it now. Wow. If you got through that part, like, kudos to you. Kudos to you if you got through that part. I feel like I just need to like say thank you. The rest of it is all going to be quite short. Let's talk about items that I wanted to buy but didn't. And there were only, I mean, I guess it's technically 3 things, but it might as well be called 2. And they're both from Melt Cosmetics. So Melt came out with 2 new shades of their cream blush lights. If you have watched my channel at all, you know that Melt Cream Blush Lights are probably one of my favorite makeup products of all time. I was going to say probably one of my favorite blushes, one of my favorite makeup products of all freaking time. And they came out with 2 new shades and I resisted. I am so proud of myself for resisting. I really wanted it. I really do. And maybe someday I'll get them if they're on sale. But for now, I was like, those are not things that I need right this second. You know, I mean, they are my favorite blush formula. And again, I might buy them someday. But for right this second, they were just 2 new shades of pink. I was like, they're pretty. And I would like to have them in my collection, but they're not a need. The other thing is still kind of killing me. I'm not going to lie. And so many of you DM'd me on Instagram about this. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't get a whole lot of DMs. I really don't. But the number that came flooding in on this was ridiculous. So Melt Cosmetics listened to their fan base and re-released the Muerte palette. They re-released it on July 28th, and I was so torn. So you may or may not know this, but I did own the Muerte palette. I even did a video on it, and I really, really, really liked that palette. There came a time, I want to say it was last year, when I was going through my collection, and I realized that, like, as much as I loved that palette, I wasn't using it super often. And there was this feeding frenzy online of people who really, 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 really wanted the Muerte palette. So I decided to sell mine. It was like lightly used. I decided to sell it, and I made some person apparently very, very happy, which makes me happy because I was like, you know what? Great. I'm glad that they get their holy grail. When it's been re-released though, it's kind of been taking everything in me not to buy it again. Mainly because I love Melt's formula. And there are colors in there that I already missed. Like the second I sold it, I was like, damn it, I used that color a bunch and I really liked that color. Like I love that navy blue and I love the sparkly mint green on the end. And also on the very end, there was like a white vanilla cream. I'm still torn, y'all. I might buy it. I might buy it. I didn't yet. I might buy it. So I don't know about that one. We'll see. As far as old products that I've been loving, I have gotten back into all of my Kaleidos lip clays. I really have, and I've really, really been loving them all over again. And getting that package is what kind of made me go, you know what, let me really take a look at my collection and just really, really appreciate it for what it is, because that's the whole point of this low buy, to appreciate what I have. And I have all these beautiful shades of those lip clays and I wanted to use them. So I've been using them more. The formula is so damn cool. It's like a moussey formula, but it stays on your lips. And if you're into that look of kind of a blurred lip, you're gonna love it. I do not love a blurred lip, but I have found with the lip clays, I can personally get a nice crisp look as well. I feel like people always talk about how it gives you that blurry effect and they love that, but being somebody who I am 41 years old, my lip line is not, as sharp as it used to be. So putting on something that makes it look even more blurry is just not my personal aesthetic. So if you like that, that's awesome. But for me, I can get a nice crisp look with it and I freaking love them. What I got rid of. So nothing, not a damn thing. But that being said, August is going to be a drastically different month for that. I went through my entire makeup collection and I counted every piece of makeup that I had, and I did a full inventory of it. And there were certain products, namely all of them, where I was like, I don't need that many eyeshadow palettes. I don't need that many lip products. I don't need that many eye pencils. So there are going to be so many purges coming up this month and so many declutters. So make sure you are subscribed if you're into declutters, because they are coming. I think it might even be the next video after this one. I need to attack my lip products and it's going to be vicious because I had close to 150 lipsticks. I don't need that. So again, make sure you're subscribed. There's going to be a whole lot coming in next month when I check in. It's just going to be crazy. And finally, as far as other stuff bringing me joy, the one thing that I wanted to talk about that was bringing me joy. So July, I will say, was kind of a hard month for me because I got COVID twice. Now, before that, I had not had COVID at all. And when I say I got COVID twice, let me clarify. So I had it in the beginning of July. I didn't feel too bad, but I did get Paxlovid to kind of clear it up. And after 5 days, I was completely fine. I was testing negative, all was well. About a week later, my nose started running again. I was like, what's going on? And I was about to go away for my very first vacation since 2019 with my girlfriends. And we all promised that before we went on vacation, we would all test ourselves just to be safe. So I tested and it came up positive again. That time, I didn't start testing negative until day 11. So out of July, for over 2 weeks, probably closer to 3 weeks, I was isolated in my bedroom in bed, okay? So I didn't do a whole lot, which meant I watched a lot of TV. So I finally started watching and finished watching Euphoria. I had never watched it before. And oh my goodness, when I watched that first episode, I put something on my Instagram stories. I was like, guys, does this get any easier to watch? Because damn, this is hard to watch. And most people said it does not get easier to watch. Keep watching. So I did. I watched both seasons and I think it's beautiful and brilliant. And the actors are so amazing. Like Zendaya blew me away. I have never really seen her in much, if I'm being honest. And to see her come out there, like her role is not a pretty role. It's actually like, she's kind of like, she's fucked up, right? She's, addicted to different kinds of drugs and she's just hard to love. She's hard to love for a lot of reasons, but you love her anyway because she seems like somebody you knew when you were in high school. And just, I don't know, I think it was so brilliant and it has inspired me so much with makeup. I've been getting so much more into colors again and rhinestones and all of that. So if you haven't watched Euphoria, it is very hard to watch. and it can be very triggering if you have any addictions or if you have suffered sexual assault. I will say that it is very difficult to watch at times, but I think it's really beautiful. And I've been told by a lot of my friends that have teenage daughters that they really enjoyed watching it because it kind of gave them a little bit of insight into what their daughter might be going through at school or things like that with their friends. So anyway, I really, really enjoyed it. I need something else to watch now. So that's it. I know this month's was a long one. If you made it through, applause to you, pats on the back, all that good stuff. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so much for supporting me on this low buy. Like, again, I know that I received a good amount of PR this month, but the purchases that I did make, I feel good about the purchases I make now. Like, I don't feel like they're kind of fly by night, like, I want this, buy it, I want this, buy it. I feel like it's more like thinking about it, putting thought into, is this something unique to my collection? Is this something I will really love? And each time I have loved it. So I feel like my purchases are so much more informed now, and I feel better. If you liked this video, I would love if you give it a thumbs up. That always helps out my channel. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all GlitterFallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart. I genuinely mean that, because also, as I went through this PR, I wouldn't be receiving a stitch of it if it wasn't for you all. And just please know how insanely thankful I am. I am always so thankful for anybody who watches my videos. There's almost 10,000 of us right now, and that number, I can't fathom it. So just please know I am always thankful for you. I'm always thinking about you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.